Hello, my survivors and members of the Horde, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the wonderful, webulous Project Zomboid Banana Save File, episode 43, if I am correct. And last episode was a little bit of a slower one. If you missed last episode, a lot of what happened was just construction decisions and the actual act of constructing those decisions. And now this episode, we want to finish up the wall that we have already kind of started. We're very, very close to being finished. And then after that, we have a couple of decisions to make, and a couple of good suggestions rather were thrown my way in the comment section last episode, which is awesome. So yeah, read the comment section, guys. Trust me. One of the things I said I had wanted to do really badly but wasn't able to do was create a second floor in my main house, or my main safe house, or any safe house for that matter. And the reason that that's not possible is because it's kind of bugged out a little bit right now, and I could end up falling and breaking my legs, or so essentially something's wrong with building a second floor as of right now. So I needed something else to do, and I need to think, what else could I possibly build? What else could I do to have a good time and kind of improve my situation? And something somebody suggested, which I am very happy that they did, is to create like a big wall connecting multiple buildings, which is something that I did a long time ago, way back when actually, before I think even we had the graphic overhaul, in my very first or second, maybe even my third, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was early 1, 2, or 3 seasons of Project Zomboid. And connecting multiple buildings via walls allows me kind of this underground railroad situation where I can get between houses and hopefully between parts of the city just by kind of going between walls. And it actually kind of circumvents, I think, to an extent, the problem that I would run into of zombies spawning. And they hopefully wouldn't spawn in between those walls. So, for instance, and I'll show you here as an example, once I put these walls up, last one here, we're getting really close. I'm hoping we'll be able to finish the walls without getting more nails. But for instance, one of the things we could do is maybe connect these two houses via like knocking out one of these walls and building out like a wall to over here that would go up against maybe this door over here or this window, and then we could have a quick access to this place. And what we would do is then build, you know, more, like from maybe here all the way down to this house down here across the street. Now granted, it would mean that these houses wouldn't be as readily defended. It'd be much more difficult. But we would have doors kind of blocking the way between each one. And with luck, because it would be such a narrow hallway, if we had to... Woo! Jesus Christ, that scared me. If we had to deal with zombies in the hallway, we could easily use a gun to wipe them out and wouldn't have to be that big of a concern. That's just an idea, and I think something that I'm going to end up doing now that I think about it. Let's take a look. How many nails? We have 8 nails. I don't know if we're going to have enough to do it. I don't know. I'm hoping we will. I really, really am. I need that thunder. I really am hoping that we'll have enough nails to finish this wall off. Because if we need to go find nails just to finish this wall off, I'd rather have to find nails for a much bigger construction project. Oh, man. I'm crossing my fingers that we don't need it. Really am. I don't want to have to deal with it. But we'll see. Then I know what I'm doing after this. I am going to go ahead and make some French toast and lie down on the couch and get ready to take or go to bed. Or maybe not the couch, but my bed. My bed. The reason I say couch... Oh, God. All right. This is going to be a long story. I'm not sleeping on the couch because my girl kicked me to the couch, by the way. The reason I was sleeping on the couch is because my cat... Oh, my God, my cat. So, we have one of our 3 cats separated. She's in the other room. She lives in our bedroom. And the reason for that is her and the other female cat don't really get along. And until we move, or we have a much bigger apartment, we kind of just keep them separated for convenience sake. The problem is that my other cat, the one that's kind of like really addicted to me, I guess is the best way to put it. He's obsessed with me. Needs me kind of within his sight at all times. Oh, we're not going to have enough nails. And I mean at all times. This cat is just on me, around me, all over me, as often as he possibly can. And over time, you know, we basically left him out here with his sister in the other room, not in our bedroom. So he never was really got to sleep with me. So at night, what would happen is he would start scratching up the rug. And that would be really bad, especially in an apartment. So, which by the way, we're definitely not going to get a security deposit back because of him. So we'd have to put tape on the rug to stop him from doing it, and eventually it stopped. Then he started getting this awful habit of reaching up to the doorknob of the door and like smacking it over and over and over again, just jingling it and jingling it and jingling it and smacking it and smacking it. So I would put tape on the door, and that stopped him for a little while, and I would go to bed and be able to sleep. And then the tape only stopped him for a tiny bit, and then he would start jingling it again. So I'd have to get a spray bottle, sneak up to the door, and spray him. And he then stopped. He stopped for a few days and kind of left the door alone every time I sprayed him. Then the spray bottle only stopped him for about 2 hours. And he would come back, and I would spray him, and I would chase him around the room spraying him, and he would stop for 2 hours. And then he'd come back. And that has been my life for probably a week or two at this point. Now, granted, all this stuff took place over, like, the past year. So saying all this, like, what took place over a few weeks is, you know, selling him short. He did do well for, you know, months at a time. But now he's at the point where he is jingling the doorbell every 2 hours. And the only way he stops, the only way that this cat stops, is if I come out here and I sleep on the couch. The minute I come out here and sleep on the couch, he goes into his little bed, he gives me his little blinky face, and he goes to sleep. And that is how my life is. He legitimately will not sleep comfortably until I'm out here in his sight. And my fiance and I think it's like the most obnoxious thing in the world, and we don't know what to do. So this is how it's going to be until we officially move. And when we move, then we'll have the entire apartment wide open for him to kind of just do what he wants. But that's just how it is right now. So that's what I've been doing. I've been sleeping on the couch for the past probably week now. I've tried to sleep in the bed. It just doesn't work. And it's obnoxious. I'm curious. I wonder if you guys have any solutions, because I don't. And I don't know what to do. And we can't do anything about it. Except for me to get up and go sleep on the couch. And I particularly am the one that's going to go sleep on the couch because my girlfriend has to get up at like 5 or 6 in the morning every morning to go to the hospital and work in, you know, the veterinary office, you know, all day, every day. And she works, you know, 8 or 12-hour shifts. So for her to be woken up every couple hours is breaking her sleep, so she gets really tired. And luckily, I don't have to get up till like 10 or so. And, you know, I'll take that hit and I'll sleep on the couch. And granted, the couch is the most comfortable thing to sleep on after, you know, a solid hour or two of sleeping on it. But I'll bear with it. I'll deal with it if that's what I have to do. If it means getting comfortable, why the hell are there school bag stuff in these vending machines? But yeah, that's my life with my cat lately. Hope that entertained you, because God knows I don't know what else I could possibly do to stop him from being an obnoxious brat. God knows I love him. And the thing, and you know, I've contemplated why this cat is like this. I've always wondered, why is my cat like this? And I think I know why. So when I got him from a vet hospital. He was an abandoned, well, supposedly abandoned. He was a found cat that was on a farm. Holy shit. There was a kitten rather, that was found on a farm, very, very young, under, like, maybe he was only a few months old at that point. And somebody brought him in. And one day, you know, he's petrified of people at that point in his life. And one day, one of the vets tries to grab him, and he escapes. He escapes, and they have to chase him around the hospital. And they eventually corner him and have to grab him. And when they go grab him, he bites him. He doesn't draw blood or anything. He just bites him because he's a petrified little kitten who just ran around a hospital without any clue as to what's going on in his life. And he doesn't know what to do. So, according to state law, the state that he was found, the cat had to then be quarantined for a month. And that meant quarantine means not being around any other animals and just being fed and taken care of until we're positive he has no rabies. That is why he's being quarantined, because he had potentially has rabies, because he hadn't been, you don't know if a cat has rabies until they essentially die and they test the brain by taking off the head, which, I learned because my future wife's a vet. But, so, that scared me. So, you know, I adopted him during that phase. He was maybe only less than a week in a quarantine, so I had to take him, and I had to keep him away from the cat that I already had, so I locked him in another room. And this is a time where I was working way more. Like, I was working a ton of hours and not making a whole lot of money. This is before I was even really doing YouTube at all. I was probably under 100 subscribers or so at that point. And I only got to see him 1 or 2 hours out of every day, so... When, you know, okay, well, this has got to be a zombie. No, it's not. So I only got to see him 1 or 2 hours out of every day, which meant that, you know, when he saw me, he was really happy to see me. Like, really happy to see me. So, over time, I feel like he got Stockholm Syndrome, and kind of got attached to me over time, because I was the only frickin' thing he would see, you know, between my hours of working. And I would only be able to see him for a couple hours before I had to go out and go to work or go to bed or whatever. I did everything in my power to see him as much as I could. I just couldn't see him as much as I would like. So over time, he just got, I think, really, really kind of addicted to me. And in the process, kind of got a little bit overly attached. He became like overly attached cat. And that's what happened. And now, he is incredibly addicted to me. And can't leave my side ever. I can go pick him up. I can pick up this cat, and the first thing this cat will do is start bopping. You know how cats like bop their faces against you as like a sign of affection or whatever? They'll rub up against your leg or something. This cat will immediately start bopping my face. I'll pick him up, and he just starts rubbing in my face, and he purrs so loud. Every time I pick him up, I can put him on my lap, and he'll just lie down and look up at me and close his eyes, and it looks like he's smiling, and he's purring so loud, and he's just so happy that Daddy's paying attention to him. He just wants Daddy to pay attention to him all the time, and it just makes him the happiest cat in the world. And, you know, that makes... I love him. I love him to death. He's my little freaking companion. I love him. But he just does some things that annoy me. That's all. Simple as that. So, I hope you enjoyed my cat story. I mean, you're all people on the internet, so you obviously like cat stories. That's kind of an obvious thing. But, you know, that's just been something that's been happening in my life lately. Dear God. Now that we've gotten that out of our system, let's go back to the game. So, I obviously was doing a little bit of exploring, going into houses that I haven't gone into yet, got some food. Unfortunately, an alarm went off, and I started getting kind of over my carrying capacity, and I wasn't entirely sure why until I realized I was carrying around a couple of spare bats that I probably didn't need to be carrying around, seeing that the bat I have right now is in goddamn pristine condition. It's in, I think, 100% condition, actually, which is great. So we need to get rid of those bats, and then we can go out and start exploring our immediate surroundings again. So that's why I ran back. But I kind of was wrapped up in my cat story. My cat name, by the way, that's the Oliver cat. You've seen him. I call him, our name for him is actually Mr. Man. Like, legally, according to, you know, medical documents and stuff, his name is Oliver. But we don't call him Oliver ever. We call him Man or Mr. Man. And that is his name. Because you can't name animals something normal. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. You have to name them something crazy or weird. It's the only way to kind of show them how much you love them. Alright, so we've got some really close houses that we have yet to pop open. So that's what I'm going to do. I did see a zombie kind of coming his way over here. And it does seem like we do have a zombie problem. So we're going to go ahead and crack down the zombies that are really close by. That one was lucky he fell over. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I didn't think I had enough strength behind that swing to kill him off, but we did. Our sprint is getting kind of decently close. It's not as close as I would like it to be to leveling up, but we do want to I do want to clear out these zombies because I want to loot in peace. And I don't know if I'm not gonna be able to do that with zombies like banging on the windows and. Whoa, hold on. What did he have? He had a wallet, huh? Wonder if there's anything you could. I wonder if you could put anything in the wallet at any given time. And 20 freaking bullets. You know what? I have so many bullets. I have so many bullets that it's just stupid for me to do that. I'm not gonna... Can you just go in the window there? Mathis Williams, thank you. Crack open this door, so I have it unlocked. We'll go through the house. Luckily, most of the zombies, as you saw, we kind of bumped into a good chunk of them, are way south, so if they did hear it, they've got a hell of a long walk ahead of them before they actually get here, and I should be long gone by then. If they actually even heard it. There's a good chance they didn't hear it at all, which is, you know, a much more wanted situation. A couple more houses down here. Of course, this is locked. Should be able to pry this open, no problem. You know, fingers crossed that I'm going to get some nails, but I don't expect it right away. It's so sad they weren't able to finish up that friggin' that wall. I really wanted to finish that this episode, but that's not going to end up happening, I don't think. Unless I get some nails right now, and it's like a nail box. I don't think it's going to happen. On the other hand, we are going to get ham and some beef jerky, which is always good to find, because they don't go bad. Any non-perishables, for that matter, are generally a good find. Any zombies in here? I'm always afraid of the bathrooms like that, because ever since my encounter with the bathroom zombies that were partying that one time, I was just terrified that we're going to run into them again, and I'm just going to get my ass killed. I will say, though, that I'm extremely happy that the house alarm bug has been fixed pretty decently, it looks like. I'm assuming I've been in this house. The window's open. Door's open, too. When did I come in here? Was this the one I recently was in? Probably. Just want to make sure I didn't... The doors... When I don't leave a door open like that, I get nervous. This door's shut. So we definitely want to go in here, because we probably haven't been. 9mm rounds. No short of bullets in this frickin' town. That's for damn sure. Everybody was prepped for this, and yet nobody survived. So sad. Okay, Spiffo doll. I'd take him if I had the space to spare, but I really don't, unfortunately. Alright, let's head back the other way we were exploring prior, and see if we can empty out whatever buildings are down there. I can't tell you how excited I am right now for my French toast. That is the only thing on my mind, is going to get that French toast. I love French toast. Like, I go to this breakfast place down... Oh, man, it's just like Mathis Story Days. Story Day today. So there's this little place called In a Pickle, not far from where I live. And I tend to go there... Haven't been there in a little while. I tend to go there when there's not vacation going on. I like to go during the weekday mornings. And they know my order by heart now, because I used to go... I still kind of do go so really often. But it's called In a Pickle. And I always get their all-American French toast with the side of 2 eggs over easy, hash browns, and sausage. But their all-American French toast is the fluffy Texas French toast with fresh strawberries, blueberries, and bananas dropped on top, a little bit of whipped cream on the side, and some of their maple butter syrup. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm making myself so fucking hungry right now. Oh, it's just so good. I really want it. I really want it right now. Alright, this is not where we need to go. I'm literally getting myself sidetracked by talking about syrup and French toast. What I should do, actually, what I was doing, actually, before going back to where we were exploring before, is heading back to my safe house, because we're getting a little bit, it's getting a little bit late. I don't want my character to be caught out in the middle of the night where I can't see anything and things just go bad. So let's go back. And then we'll go back and explore after the day's through. I think this is my best survival record so far. 40-something episodes on the same life is really friggin' good. I haven't been this, had a good survival run like this in a very long time. Right, let's go ahead and grab this and pop these in here. This thing's all more than half full, which is surprising. If we could fill that up, I'd be real happy. Alright, let's get into the bedroom. We'll fast forward time just a tad. Alright. And bed. Perfect. And gunshots are going off, but we're going to go to bed because I'm feeling pretty safe. And hopefully my character will wake up if he hears banging on the windows or the doors or anything. We'll do a quick clearing of the yard and the surrounding area right when we get up after we have our breakfast. Chances are, though, we're going to be safe, because we've done a really impeccable job cleaning out, like, the nearby neighborhood. Really, honest to God, we've done such a good job that we don't have to really worry about zombies meandering this way. The majority of the zombies are kind of down south. Let's eat some, I guess, beef jerky for breakfast, because that's what I ended up grabbing. And some cereal. We'll get a nice hearty breakfast this morning. We'll speed up to about 7:30. And let's do a quick clearing of the nearby area. Looks good. No zombies so far. Looks like that gunshot didn't really do much. We'll check inside here real quick. We're good. Alright, we're going to wrap this episode up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully next episode we'll get some nails and finish up the wall. And on the bright side, we got some good looting done today, so that's always a plus. If you enjoyed the series, make sure you hit a like just to kind of perpetuate and let me know that you like the series so I can continue making the episodes for you. As always, comment down what you think of my cat in the comment section down below, and hit the subscribe button to get new videos from me every day, and join either the survivors or become a member of the Horde, and claim your allegiance by typing #survivor, #Horde down below in the comment section. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.